Hello, welcome to Sunday Chat with Nick. Running a little bit late today, but let's see if we can get things going. Busy morning for Sunday morning, hectic. Had to get things done. Hello, Rez, welcome. Uh, had a dinner party last night. A lot of cooking, a lot of cleaning, and I managed to hurt myself. Um, Hello, Icholas. But it was fun. I enjoy cooking for my friends, and I cook uh, uh, Korean uh, bulgogi beef. They love it. But that's how I hurt myself. Actually I cut myself really badly from washing the dishes, but not from slicing the beef. But for those that know Korean bulgogi, I did good. Everyone enjoyed the bulgogi. That's okay, Rez. So, Rez, how are you on your progression with Luke Cage? Let me know how far along you have went. And how's life? Has life got back to semi-normal? I'm assuming that it's not back to normal yet. Oh, bulgogi is your kid favorite dish. If you ever make it down to Sarasota for whatever reason, you are welcome to come over for some bulgogi, homemade bulgogi. Nicholas, yes, I'm a pretty good cook. I'm a pretty good, I work as a cook in a restaurant, a chef in a restaurant for a few years. I'm usually pretty good. Yesterday was the worst mistake I had ever made. I had to slice a lot of the beef to make the bulgogi, and it was my mistake and stupidity to toss all the knives. I used three different knives to trim the meat, to cut the meat, and then I tossed the knife in the sink. Okay, and I forgot that they're in the sink. And shortly after that, I put the cutting board into the sink, and I was washing the cutting board, and I forgot about the knives in there, and I went whoosh, and it went. It cut me deep right across the knuckle. That's why my wife put this on, because in order for the cut, she wanted to put stitches on it. I said no, no, no. I don't like stitches. But in order for the cut to heal, I need to keep my finger from bending, because it's right where the knuckle is. And every time I bend the knuckle, it would open the cut. But yes, one of these days, Raz, if you're in town, bring the kids, and we have some bulgogi. Anthony loved bulgogi with japchae. If you know what japchae is, that it's a clear, um, what kind of noodle is it? It's a sweet potato noodle, the Korean sweet potato. So yeah, so we make some japchae and some bulgogi, and there was a bunch of other dishes that other friends brought, but that was the two things that I and the wife cooked last night for the dinner party. I thought samurai was good with knives. Yes, but I am no samurai. I am Kublai Wu. um, Speaking, okay, Raz, I watched a few more episodes of Luke Cage and finally got water, but we have to conserve it. Yes, hang in there. Things hopefully will get back to normal maybe in another week or two. Hello, Dad Clone. On the movie front for today, I'm sure everyone here, or I hope everyone that is on the live chat, has seen the latest and final trailer for Rogue One. Wowza. I'm the first to admit that when um, the idea of Rogue One came across my mind, I hated it. Okay, that's the last thing I want to see Disney does. I understand that Disney's paid 4 billion for the franchise. I understand they need to make a lot of movies to recoup the cost, but why not keep making movies for the series, right? I don't care to see. I love to see episode 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever. Hopefully it's good or they are good, but they can do that for the next decade. So it was silly. In many ways, I understand. Okay, I understand why they cannot make. They love to make a Star Wars movie every year, but to make episode 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 year every year is nearly impossible. So it's better to layer every other year with a different Star Wars related movie. But I'm not so thrilled about the concept of Rogue One. I'm not so thrilled about the concept of a young Han Solo. I'm not too thrilled about the concept of a Boba Fett movie. All that stuff. There got to be a better way to trying to put more Star Wars related movies than to go backward. All that being said, Rogue One trailer, the last one that came out a couple of days ago, was perhaps the best trailer of a Star Wars movie I have seen in a long time, including The Force Awakens. That trailer was awesome. I had to give big kudos to Disney to make this movie that looked that good. It could be a really, really good movie, even though the concept seemed to be so. It's hard to find a word. It's not stupid, but it's like I said, it's a huge gamble, in my opinion, to go forward with this kind of like backward looking. But hey, if it works, at the end of the day, I just want to see a good movie. So correct, Nicholas, is episode 3.5. That's what I was explaining to the folks at the dinner party last night. They were like, "What's going on with this Rogue One thing?" Because most of the people that went to my house for dinner last night have not even seen the trailer. So I was able to show the trailer off and talk about it, and everyone agreed it looked great. It looked fantastic. It looked kind of grim. Look, it could be one of those missions that is a one-way trip for a lot of these characters. So I like that kind of movies. I like that kind of movie where I see characters had to do some deep soul searching sacrifice because it makes for good drama. Okay, so Raz, I need some new knives. My machete is getting quite dull. I love sharp knives. I cannot work with dull knives, even though dull knives are more likely not to cut me. Alex, the comic hoarder, is here. Hello. Alex, heck, I would like to see the old Star Wars stuff, like the old Republic. I want them to go back like Civil War. Um, I don't dislike the idea of going back. I like to see them explore other area that has not been touched. I think that's one of my biggest gripe with um, Rogue One is they going back and trying to explain what happened to or to show you how the plan to the Death Star was stolen, and that's kind of a narrow story. But as I said, the concept, the story itself, sound kind of way too narrow for me when I first heard it. But now that I have seen the trailers, especially the last one, I am ready. Japanese knives are usually lighter, quicker. Yeah, I mean, I'm tempted. I'm a big fan of good knives. My wife, before she met me, is a huge fan of Cutco. So we have a big set of Cutco knives that I use, and they're good. They decent. They sturdy. They heavy. They stay sharp a long, long time, and I like them. I entertain the idea of perhaps buying some good sushi knives. Not that I eat a lot of sushi. That's the only reason. I just like the way they look. I like the way they feel in my hand. I have used them at others' friends' house, and they do feel good in my hand. There's something about that the lighter. It's just something about those sushi knives that my friend had at his house, the Japanese knife that I really, really, really like. But if I buy them, I don't have enough room in my kitchen to put that many knives around, so the Cutco would have to go in a drawer. So it's a toss up. Check out Shun and Global. Will do, sir. Will do. So, as far as movie front, that looked really good. I am not a big fan of Harry Potter's. In fact, I have only seen the first three movies. Can't bring myself to see any more Harry Potter's movie after the first three. I'm sure I am in the minority, so I don't hate it. Okay, I had to say that I did not hate Harry Potter's the first three movies, but after seeing the first three movies, I just didn't feel the urge to see any more. I did not dislike them. I just So the the next Harry Potter movie that's coming out shortly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I am all that excited to go see it. Not sure at all. Batcave is here too. Hello, Batcave Comics 83. He said that I think Disney are playing it safe, waiting to see if audience react positively to Rogue One before they branch out deeper. I'm sure. I'm sure they have. There's a lot of discussion on young Yoda. Um, um, what Han Solo is in the work. There's also rumors for a long time about a Boba Fett standalone movie. So there's a whole lot of things cooking. And Disney, I'm sure, they're keeping it hidden secret, but at the end of the day, I'm a huge fan of the Star Wars franchise, and I just I like to see good movies, and I'm the first to always say that I don't care if the movies are not original. If for those that remember my review of the last Star Wars movie, The Force Awakens, my gripes of that movie has less to do about that it's not original enough, that it's swipe and copy and mimic other Star Wars movies. That's not my gripes. My gripes of the movie and my complaint about that movie has a lot more to do with other things. The story itself was okay. It's not original, but it's okay. I have a lot of problem with many of other issues with that movies. So at the end of the day, I'm okay with how they treat Star Wars. You know, I'm a kind of person that if you watch enough of my live chat, I have brought this up enough time that as a consumer, okay, I have a choice to like something or not like something, but the producer, Disney, Marvel, Lucasfilm, it's their property. They can do whatever they wish. They own the property. They can milk to the cow come home. They can put out as many prequels, mid sequel, you name it. They can do whatever they want, and that's fine. I'm not gonna, uh, I might not like it. but it's really, I have gotten to the point of my life where I really don't care. I'm not overly critical of what other people do, uh, as long it is good, and good is subjective, right? Because it is individual taste. Oh yes, Icarus, Harry Potter, Doctor Strange, magic is just hard to pull off on the screen and make it look cool. Um, for me, my biggest problem with Harry Potter was, this is just because of me. I have a hard time with young actors on the screen. For some reason, uh, I just don't like the acting of a lot of younger actor, um, and that says a lot about how I like Stranger Things. I thought the actors, the young actors in the show Stranger Things, were head and shoulder above many young actors that I have seen in years past. I did not like the cast of many Harry Potter's movie. I can't stand, well, that it was not the story, it was not the magic or whatever it is, but I remember going to see the first three Harry Potter movie and I didn't like any of the actors. Uh, I'm in the minority. I know it, okay? Those movies are uber successful. Certainly, Emma Watson had proven to be a very good actress now that she's 10 plus year older and have, have branched her chops into many other kind of roles. But oh, Redcliffe, oh, and then the red-headed kid, oh my, oh, unbearable. Couldn't watch those movies with those kids. The problem with The Force Awakens is Icarus said is a terrible acting. Ray and Kylo Ren was awful. I kind of agree with you there. I thought, oh, Kylo Ren is just awful. I agree there. Ray, I didn't think was bad. I thought Ray was written poorly. It's very. It's, I won't need to rehash what I think about Ray. I think I had a similar problem with a lot of people that dislike the character. I certainly think that the acting was okay. Okay, it's not her fault that her character was poorly written, but that was my problem with. Oh, you can see the deep cut right there. See that yes, that's where the cut of the knuckle is. My wife yelled at me all day today. Why don't you put a bandage on that? It look awful. It is what it is. Um, Other than that, let's see. Anything new on the movie front? I am super excited about Doctor Strange. Um, oh, and of course, something. Oh, hello, Doctor Von Chilla. I think episode 8 will be great. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the story is going to head for episode 8. In all honesty, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but at the same time, I try to avoid a lot of the forum message board that discuss about the show on the movie because it's just the fans are way crazy about every little thing about Star Wars to a point where they dissect every single little thing to, and it's just too much for me. I just like to step back and just enjoy those movies and not deal with all the speculation, storylines, and whatever. Dave Becker is here. Hello. Um, Today at noon, I can't wait because there is a chili cook-off in town. So I told my wife already for lunch. That's where we are going. We are going to the chili cook-off. I'm debating whether I should bring the camera with me to shoot some footage of the chili cook-off, but we'll see. You know, As much as I enjoy doing the vlog of the Sarasota vlog, for those that watch the vlog, um, I'm not sure how. I'm always wary of shooting people, other people. I don't have a problem in front of the camera, but whenever I take the camera out in public, people always look at me like, "What are you doing? You know, you better not take a picture of me or my kids and stuff like that." So it's always very hard for me to shoot videos in public in big crowds because it's just, it's just not. Uh, Somehow I just don't feel comfortable doing, even though I would love to show the footage of the chili cook-off because it's gonna be fun. I love Sarasota for the small town. Nicholas, yes, I agree. Chili's secret ingredient, Jack Daniel. I like that. I have had a chili once with Jack Daniel, and I like it. I'm a huge fan of chili. I am a big fan of Texas style chili, no beans. I love beans. I eat all kind of beans, but when it comes down to chili and choosing, I would rather have Texas style chili with no beans than with beans. I will eat green chili too. I eat all kind of chili. I don't make chili a lot at home. That's why I'm excited to go to this cook off because my wife does not eat spicy food, and my son he barely can eat spicy food. So I don't want to cook chili and they can't eat it. Yes, Raz, I am with you. You feel the same way. Public vlog is art. I love watching them. I'll be honest to say that I love many of the favorite channel that I subscribe to of people vlogging, doing things out and about in public, eating outside, sightseeing, doing a walk, whatever. But uh, I have a hard time grabbing the camera and walk through a crowd. Just cannot do it. Oh, Raz, you make Texas chili style. There you go. I would. If you ever come to Sarasota, for whatever reason, bring a pot of your chili and I will make bulgogi and japchae. We do a get together eating chili and bulgogi. Oh, I slow cook it in my cast iron. Yeah. I hope you make it spicy. Dragon Dew, hello. I like cooking in cast iron. I like it. My wife is not a big fan of cast iron because they take a long time to cool down, um, and she doesn't like the fact that she can't scrub them clean. You can't scrub them clean. You gotta let them get seasoned, right? So yeah, that's why my wife is not a big fan of cast iron because she just feel that she just can't clean them the way she want things to be clean. On the comic front, I bought some stuff, nothing special. It has not come in the mail yet, so hopefully, um, in November. In November, I will do a haul video to show off what I have bought. I do a quarterly haul videos. Okay, it's not monthly, it's not weekly, it's a quarterly haul videos, and the fourth quarter video will probably come in about a month. Hopefully, I will have enough stuff pulled together to do a video for the fourth quarter of the year. And then, ooh, Raz have a secret ingredient, special white wine. That I have never had, Raz. I have never had chili with white wine. Interesting. Batcave Comic asked, do I know roughly how many comics I own? I say around 3,000 to 3,200. Okay, give or take 50 here and there. It's probably higher if you include. I don't want to count the magazines. Okay, I have, there's things that I did not include in that 3,000 or 3,200 number, which is like treasuries. I have a shelf full of. I probably had maybe 60, 70 plus treasuries that I don't count them. And then I have, let's see, maybe 100 to 120 plus magazines. So give or take, it could be 33, 3,400 altogether, something like that. Yeah. But I don't do a count now. I have been trying to scan them all, or scan as many as I could, and I've been so busy this year that I have been way behind. I set out a goal last year. It's been about a year and a half now since I started this process. I said to myself, I want to scan all 3,000 books in my collection. And I gave myself a 3 years goal. I feel it would take 3 years with on and off, between grading and scanning. And I think I am about 1,400 or 1,300, not quite halfway there. The first 1,000 scan was pretty good last year. I was able to blow through like the first 1,000 scans and grading the first 1,000 books. But since last Christmas until now, I think I barely did like 300 or 400. It's been slow, extremely slow, but it's getting there. The best thing is it's getting there, and heck, even if it take me 3 more years to catalog the remaining 2,000 books I have, it would be awesome. It would be a big relief, peace of mind, once I have 3,000 plus books graded, catalog, and scanned, so that it could be easy peasy, quick, painless to sell them in the future. Okay, because for those that sell a lot of comic book, scanning and grading a big part of the hassle. Packing is the next one. So that's listing is quick. Listing a book is not a big deal. It's the scanning, the grading, and the packing, the shipping, that's a big hassle. At least for me. Okay, I can only speak for myself. Who knows what other people like or dislike about selling. I am sort of a culinary weirdo, where I said I add different type of things, ingredients. I am not that experimental when it comes to cooking. My wife, on the other hand, is extremely experimental. Whenever she cooks something, even if it is something that she has never cooked before, my wife is famous to alter the recipe. I always complain to her that if you never cook something before, don't mess with the recipe. But she like to do that. It's almost a guarantee that my wife will cook something new and different from a recipe that she see online or in a magazine, and then she will alter it because in her mind she thinks she knows better. Nicholas, do you go to any cons? Not lately, my friend. There's a con coming up in Tampa in a week, I think. At the end of the month, I believe there's a big con. Tampa has a big con every year, maybe even like twice a year. And usually, for those that love signature, there's a ton, because shooting The Walking Dead TV show is not that far away in Atlanta. Okay, so seem like every time Tampa Bay Con has every Tampa Bay convention, there are a bunch of Walking Dead actors that's there to sign. So for those that love The Walking Dead and love Signature, Tampa Con is probably one of the best place to get those. I'm not a Signature collectors, but I know a lot of my friends are, and they love Tampa Con. But I don't. I've been to Tampa Con a few times. The last time was 6, 7 years ago. It's been a while, and that was enough. I didn't even buy one thing. Fighting to the crowd was enough. Seeing the overpriced stuff on the wall was enough. Goodbye. I have never been to a con. Icarus said, does competition means good price or is everything inflated? From my experience and from talking to a lot of collectors that have been to many cons years past, decades past, and even recently, there's always bargain at cons if you work hard to find it. But more and more dealers are more savvy with technology and eBay, that they are very quick to whip out the cell phone and check eBay prices before they agree on anything as you negotiate and haggle. So deals are not easy to find. I'm not a big fan of going to con and buy books unless if you are hunting for dollar bin, quarter bin, $5 book kind of things. I think it's tougher to buy keys at cons, okay, because it's harder to negotiate or get a good deals. But if you are, if you don't mind or if you enjoy digging through bargain bins at the con, there are dealers that will go there with 20 long boxes of dollar bin books, bronze, copper, modern, you name it, and you can go crazy and get a stack like this. So it all depends on what you're looking for. Okay, I think some people enjoy the con atmosphere, they enjoy the crowd, they enjoy the buzz, all that stuff. I don't enjoy the crowd. I don't enjoy being packed in like a sardine, fighting through the crowd to browse through the long boxes. I'm past that stage of my collecting cycle. Edwin is here. Strictly Comics. Hello, Edwin. Yeah, deals are hard. I mean, I see more often than not dealers bragging about selling books at crazy prices at conventions. So part of me is saying, who the heck are paying for these overinflated books? There are dealers that would buy many books from Comic Link, Heritage, many auctions, mark them up 20% and go to con and sell them out. There are people that could have bid on Amazing Fantasy 15 on Comic Link, but no, they rather go to a con and pay 20% more. Why? Hey, dealers are loving. They are loving people overpaying for everything at convention, because some people feel a need to spend the money. It's like, oh, I just spent X dollar to attend a convention. I feel like I had to buy something to make it worth it. That's the wrong thinking. Absolutely wrong thinking. Sickly Comics said, I only buy con on Sunday, the last day. Not a bad strategy. Now, for those that, like to do that, there are also dealers at con in the last few hours that will blow out long boxes of bargain stuff. I have seen this before where, like at certain booth where dealers have, 20 long boxes of dollar bin, and they just didn't care to lug 20 box of long boxes back into the truck later. They will have blowout deals where they say you can grab any long boxes for 50 bucks. Okay, so instead of like $1 a book and having 200 plus books in the long box, you can pay 50 and grab the whole long box. Take it. Get this crap out of my hand. And so there are deals to be had. Okay, that's the big gamble. The big gamble is if you wait until the last day, you might lose out on some keys. But that's the risk. If you're not there to pick up keys and expensive books, waiting for the last day is always the best choice. Waiting for, especially if a con is slow and dealers are not doing well, they are more likely to deals. Okay, if the con is buzzing, if a con is packed and dealers are making money hand over fist, they may not be willing to work on a price as much as a bad con. That's just my take. Okay, at the end of the day, is the con and the deals are a lot of time for me, at least from my experience, it's from dealer to dealer. I can't say they all behave the same. It's just how much you are willing to work the floor. Okay, at the end of the day, I always advise many collectors that deals can always be had if you're willing to do the work at the con, by working the floor, by do a thorough job comparing dealers' prices and negotiating. It's not people that I have seen people that walk into a con and go straight to a booth and buy stuff. I don't care how much I love a dealer. There is no loyalty to just blow my money at any particular dealer without checking the prices. I have seen this many times where people are just like, I bought from this dealer before, I love it, I trust him, and boom, I go to the con, that's where I go. Every dealer will tell you they misprice and misgrade from time to time. So blindly going to a dealer to buy something without even checking for prices or trusting their grades are crazy. Okay, crazy. Jorge is here. Hello, Jorge. Did you see my message to you on your last video, Jorge? Hopefully, whenever I post a comment in anyone's video and I include a link, a lot of time that message get lumped into spam box, so people don't see it. So Jorge, if you did not see my message, check the spam box. Strictly Edwin said that my LCS was at the con on Friday, $1 book on Friday, marked down to 50 cents on Saturday and 25 cents on Sunday. Yes, that's the way to do it. I mean, if you are a run collector, I think it's wonderful to go to. If you, the bottom line is, I'm not saying that cons are overpriced and completely waste of time for everyone. Not true. Too general of a statement. But if you are a run collector and you're not overly focused on high grade, cons are a wonderful place to go to fill up your runs with mid-grade books for dirt cheap. They are dirt cheap, absolutely. The only thing that I don't like at con is key books, because dealers know they're not stupid. Unless they have never seen eBay, they base their prices on eBay prices, okay? And not just eBay's sale price, eBay crazy high listing price on books that are not sold. So when it come down to keys, I have always advised people, like, unless you can somehow talk a dealer into lowering the price to something reasonable, buying keys at conventions are, whew, dangerous. Jorge asked if I will see Doctor Strange opening day. If my schedule allow, um, I can't speak to my schedule in November. Um, but if I don't see it the very first day, Jorge, I will see it that first weekend. It might not see it Friday night. Most likely not. Okay, it's Friday or Thursday is tough for me to go see the movie, especially if I want to go with the wife, and I definitely want to take the wife to see this movie. Even Anthony, depend on how he feel about going to see Doctor Strange. But most likely a Saturday matinee. That's my plan. My plan right now is, maybe not the very first day, but the first weekend for sure. It could be a Saturday matinee or a Sunday matinee, depend on my wife's schedule. Okay, I'm not sure. Icarus said, I just hope the one I go to has a lot of comics. I'm not really into signatures and costume. To each their own, though. Same with me. I am definitely not into signature, but I would love to attend a convention and talk to artists if they free. Now, the problem, a lot of time when you go to big conventions, the artists are so busy with long lines signing signature that you don't really have time to chit chat. I would love to have, say, 15 minutes to chat with Walt Simonson or Jim Starlin or many creators. I'd love to do that. I would rather, if they want to charge me $5 to take a picture, shaking hand with Jim Starlin or Walt Simonson, I do it in a heartbeat. I would rather pay money for that snap of time than pay for signature. I have said this before. I don't care about signature. To have a photo, to have a personal interaction with these people mean a lot more to me forever. I will remember that meeting, that encounter, that conversation forever. The signature means nothing to me. Let's see. Nicholas said, I'm starting to work on some runs, but I want them to be all in high grade. Woo! Nicholas, you are playing in the danger zone. I know how you feel. That's how I am. Okay, I am a high grade collector ever since I started in this hobby. Always have. Okay, I don't know how or why or where that happened, but ever since I bought my first book, I have always been very keen on high grade, very keen on well centered book, very keen on keeping my books pristine, even if I read them 10 times. So I know how you feel. Okay, so good luck to your endeavor. Good luck to your search for high grade and complete a run. It is fun. I'm not in the hobby of completing my runs anymore, but I always love to look at the high grade books. Love it. I would love to see more videos of other people high grade book close up so that I can enjoy and soak in the razor sharp edges and corner and glossy covers. That's why I did the videos on my channel that way. Whenever I want to see high grade books, I want to see those things. When I see a video of people say, "Oh, this is a really high grade copy," and it's like a 4-way video, You can barely see the book with all the reflection on the my light. I'm like, I can't see shit. Give me the damn close-up look. Dr. Von Schiller have his question of the day. Let's see. Favorite DD. Favorite DD. Oh, gotta be Gene Colan for me. I'm not sure what the issue number is on top of my head. It's the one where Daredevil is falling and you see the word coward, 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 coward. That's one of my favorite. I love that cover, and I just love the way the word coward spin around, or the way it was drawn into the cover. But that's my favorite. And then the other one would be, I think, issue 23. Two of my favorite is the one where you have this awesome drawing of the gladiator lunging forward. It's like a really dynamic picture of the gladiator lunging forward. It's probably the single best gladiator cover of all time. Okay, gladiators have appeared in many covers, but I'm pretty sure if you ask anyone what's the best covers for gladiator, it would be issue 23. I think that's the number, issue 23. I'm just too lazy to go dig into the boxes to find it, but I have it. Icarus, me and Archer in the danger zone. Yes. Every time I use the word danger zone, it reminds me of the Top Gun movie with the song, the Kenny Loggins song. I don't know why, but the moment I say danger zone, I want to sing that horrible song by Kenny Loggins. I don't like the song. I don't even like the song. I like the movie Top Gun, but that's definitely not one of my favorite songs by far. But every time I hear the word danger zone, that song came into my mind. Nick, if it was 1980s, if it was the 80s today, Jorge asked, and I went to a San Diego Comic Con, which author would you have to get a sketch from? Have to. Wow. Got to be the king. Got to be the king. Second favorite, Gene Colan. I mean, I would have to get the king. And what's the nickname for Gene? The Dean? Is it Gene the Dean Colan? I'm trying. Man, my mind. I'm getting old. I used to remember all the nickname that Stan would give all these artists, but damn, Gene. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought his nickname was the Dean. I'm sure other people remember. Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to Stanley's Irwin, when it comes down to Stanley, I'm very torn on what he's still doing, because first of all, he's 90 something. Is he a billionaire at this point of your life? Do you need to make any more money? So, you know, if I was Stan, okay, and I'm not, if I was Stan and I love the public and I love to talk to the fan, I love for the fan to have a little taste of me, I would rather, sure, you want to charge $100? Go ahead, charge $100. But, you know, I would rather have people have a greet and meet and a roast of Stan at a convention and then have a picture taken. And like I said, there's a lot of things that I would do if I was Stan to interact with my fans in my last few remaining years on Earth. I would not be sitting at the table and sign until my hand fell off. Unbelievable. Like I said, Stan is not a billionaire, but he's well off. He doesn't need to make an extra $100 to sign a signature. But it's not me. Maybe he's enjoying doing this, so be it. If he enjoys sitting at the table for hours and sign hundreds of signatures every weekend, so be it. I know if I'm 92, hell no to that. The Dean, I was correct. Whew. For a while there, I'm just like, have a brain fart where I cannot remember what Gene the Dean was supposed to be called. Bushima, yeah, I mean, if I can have three sketch, heck, it would be Gene sketching Daredevil or Doctor Strange. It would be Bushima sketching Silver Surfer for me, because to me that's the best artist for Silver Surfer. And then for Ditko, no, and then for Kirby, it would be a nice sketch of who would I want? What would I want Kirby to sketch for me? I think I want either Thor or Captain America. It would be my choice. My choice would be either Thor or Captain America. Okay, I think there's something about Kirby with those two characters that means more to me than the Fantastic Four. I love the Fantastic Four. Most people love Kirby and Fantastic Four. I like it a lot, but there's something about Captain America that I think should be Kirby sketch for me. Kyle, hello from New Zealand. I'm just looking at the time, how time flew. 11:57. I will have to end the chat shortly to enjoy my chili cook-off. Yes, there is a chili cook-off. A few blocks, literally within walking distance from my house. So I can't wait for some chili. Yes, soon, in about 2 minutes. So if you have any more questions and comments, feel free to ask. It's Sunday, so good luck to everyone's football team. Since the Steelers are playing Miami, they might be on TV today. But then again, I am slave to Tampa Buccaneers football. Living in Tampa Bay Buccaneers area, that's what I got to watch every weekend. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So it is what it is. And in all honesty, the way technology is today, it's nice to be able to follow the game play by play on the radio, on the internet. So it's not a big deal that they're not on TV. It's not. It's not like it was, say, 5, 10 years ago. So, but 506 Sports, I would check it out. Strictly Comic is living in Atlanta, right? You live in Atlanta, right, Erwin? Yeah. My brother-in-law live in Alpharetta. Okay, and we might go up there to visit him sometime this year around Christmas. So if I am in the Atlanta area, I will let you know. Same thing with you, Raz. If you're still around, Raz, I just remember that. The wife was talking to me about going to Atlanta for Christmas. So keep that in mind for those that live in the Atlanta area. If you want to meet Kublai Vu around Christmas time, there might be a chance. Ooh, Jorge, I like that Doctor Doom sketch for Kirby. Yeah. Ooh, that's a tough one. Doctor Doom, Galactus. Me like some Galactus sketch too. So yeah, it would be nice to get Captain America, Thor, Doctor Doom. Now that you brought up Doctor Doom, that might be ahead of even Captain America for me, because yeah, I like that. I like that suggestion, but unfortunately, we don't have a time machine. Zero Tank is saying the Packers will win tonight over the Cowboys. We'll see. That would be a fun game to watch. I'm a Steeler fan, but at the end of the day, the older I got, the less it's not that important for me. Sure, I enjoy and I love to see the Steelers do well, but overall, I enjoy a good game. Doesn't matter the team. Whenever I watch football on TV, I just like to see two good teams match up and see a good competitive game. So I'm all for good players, okay? Good games, no injuries. So that's all I want to see. Mikey, you just made it right at the end. You're gonna have to go back and rewatch the last hour of yapping. Morbius Silver Surfer. Oh, Jorge. Yeah. When it comes down to Silver Surfer, I just say that after Bushima, I like I love Kirby, but there's something about uh Bushima and then even Morbius that I think look better with the Silver Surfer. There's a certain style that Kirby draw that somehow doesn't match very well with the Silver Surfer for me. Okay, it's just me. There's something about his look in even issue 48, 49, 50, and 55, many other appearances. I like it, but there's something about the way he drew that I like less than Bushima and many other artists. Mikey just bought X-Men 130. X-Men 130, is that the first appearance of the Dazzler? Mikey, congratulations on the lowballing success. It's nothing wrong with lowballing. As a seller, I don't mind lowball. In fact, I have lowball many other people. I don't mind it. The only time when the only time that I don't like lowball is when I know the person that make the lowball is just trying to insult me. Like if you ask $500 for a book, okay, and someone come back and say, "How about 300 or 400?" That's low, but at least it's not insulting. But when somebody throw out like something like, "How about $5, you jackass?" That's just that's stupid. That's really. Do you need to insult me if you don't like my price? You don't have to do anything. The fact that you bother to write a message to me and tell me that I am a jackass and throw out a $5 price, that's when it's stupid. Yes, it has happened. Anyone that sell a lot of books, have had a few of these jackasses. I actually like Kirby Spider-Man. Very rarely have I seen his version. It's true. It's surprising that he drew the cover for Amazing Fantasy 15, and his Spider-Man on Amazing Fantasy 15 is a pretty awesome drawing. That yeah, it's surprising that he did not draw a lot of Spidey. Ron, I'm gonna go 12:04. I'm late for my chili cook-off, but Ron asked a question and I will be nice and answer his question. What do you think about OCGC label 8.0 and break out, resubmit, and get the book pressed for a higher grade? Ron, it's all depend if the flaw is fixable. Okay. If you watch my recent video on Slap Talk, not recent, but one of my Slap Talk video, but I show old labels. Many of those books are unpressed with pressable flaws, but even so, they are overgraded and not gonna be improved. Okay, so if you watch that video, that's my answer. It's just like I do not like to hear people making general comments that old label you can press and clean and get an upgrade. That game has been played out for a decade now. All the low-hanging fruits that are old label goodness that can be bought, cracked, press, and resub have been done for the most part. For the most part, what is left are overgraded stuff. Like I said, I have a dozens old label slabs that I guarantee you will not get a higher grade, even if I crack, press, clean, and resub. So please do not fall for that garbage. Do not fall for that bullshit. I can't say enough how much I hate to hear people talk about how easy and guaranteed it is that an old label can be cracked, pressed, and resub for higher grade. You want to make a bet? I can make a big bet on my dozen of old label that won't happen any day. Anyone willing to step up and make a bet? So please do not assume that what many people talk about can be done. Okay, trust me, you have to examine the book closely and determine if the flaw is pressable, and even if it is, will the grade improve? Okay, it's just because a flaw can be, you can have a book with a 4-inch tear, and that's going to be at best a 4.0, okay, or 5.0 with a 4-inch tear with many pressable defects. Guess what? All the pressing in the world is not going to fix that tear. So no, the book is not going to be a 6.0 or higher because you press out all the wrinkles. The 4-inch tear is still going to be there. So I can't stress enough that, you know, learning to grade is paramount to the crack, press, resub game. If you don't know how to grade, learn it quickly before you do anything further with crack, press, resub stuff. Anyhow, time for me to go eat some chili. It's 12:08. I'm running late. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I will see you Wednesday. Maybe. I have a pretty busy week this week. Anthony have a lot of, I think he has a lot of tests on Thursday. And usually, you know, I do my best to help him prepare for a test on Wednesday night. So if that's the case, then I might not have a chat this Wednesday. But for now, Wednesday is the next chat. So if you can make it, bye. Enjoy your Sunday. Until Wednesday night. Bye-bye.